Hi, this is Stu Turgel, your host for The Phoenix File, a weekly news magazine and community conversation with the people and programs making a positive impact on the quality of life in our community. On tonight's edition of The Phoenix File, I'll be talking with Lisa Doromal, founder and CEO of Dress for Success Phoenix, about her organization's mission to empower women to achieve economic independence by providing a network of support, professional attire, and the development tools to help women thrive in work and in life. Their vision is a world where women do not live in poverty, are treated with dignity and respect, and are strengthening their families and shaping their communities. To learn more about the work of Dress for Success Phoenix, stay tuned for The Phoenix File. Coming up next, right here on Radio Phoenix, where the Valley comes to talk, sing, connect. Well, good evening. I'm Stu Turgel, your host for The Phoenix File. We're a weekly news magazine that features the people and programs making a positive difference on the quality of life in the Valley of the Sun. My guest tonight describes herself as a fashionista at heart and somebody who has a passion for empowering women. In 2009, she combined these two passions, and the result was the creation of Dress for Success Phoenix, a nonprofit dedicated to promoting the economic independence of women. Dress for Success Phoenix is an upscale boutique space in South Phoenix where disadvantaged women can come and volunteers can help them prepare for their job interviews and create a path to self-sufficiency. And the spark plug behind this terrific organization is Lisa Doromal, the founder and CEO of Dress for Success Phoenix. Lisa, thanks for being here tonight and welcome to the Phoenix File.
Hi, Stu. Good evening.
Yeah. Lisa, we're going to get into the details of Dress for Success Phoenix in a moment, but first, why don't you set the context for your organization? You're not a one-off nonprofit by any means. In fact, you're part of an international network that includes 148 Dress for Success offices in 26 countries, which is really impressive. Tell us when Dress for Success started and how did it begin?
Yes, so we're part of a worldwide organization, as you mentioned, started in 1998. It's quite a unique and really a beautiful story. The founder of Dress for Success, her name is Nancy Lublin. And Nancy inherited $5,000 from her grandfather that had passed away. And Nancy at the time was volunteering with some nuns, I believe it was in the Bronx. And they were in a church and they were assisting women who were in the re-entry. So they had just gotten out of incarceration, and they needed clothing to prepare for job interviews. And Nancy took that inheritance, and she started Dress for Success Phoenix. And at the time, the tagline for Dress for Success was Suits to Self-Sufficiency. And so her and some nuns were a lifeline to these ex-felons that were trying to begin a new life, a fresh start, and you need those tools. You need a fresh start because literally these women were basically just had the clothes on their back. And so it's really a lovely story. Nancy is such a trailblazer and such a visionary, and she started this organization, and then I believe in her first year she hired her first executive director, who is now our CEO of the worldwide organization, another dynamo, Joy Gordon. And I know that Nancy could not have thought, she could not even imagine that we would have affiliates all over the globe. And really, joy has taken this organization, and we're a global presence.
It's
and
astounding.
It's
the
astounding.
presence that you've got all
the
over
presence
the world.
that we got. And every year I get to attend leadership conferences, and all of the sister affiliates come together in a city here in the United States. And it really reminds all of us that we have a shared passion, a shared mission of empowering women in our community, whether you're in New Zealand, whether you're here in Phoenix, whether you're in New York, whether you're in Dallas. I believe now they have affiliates in China where they want to go. It's just amazing.
That is great.
And I'm part of it. And it's
you're
amazing.
part of it.
And I'm part of it.
You're proud of it, and you should be. The mission for Dress for Success is to empower women to achieve economic independence by providing
Absolutely.
a network of support, professional attire, and the development tools to help women thrive in work and in life. And your vision really is a world where women don't live in poverty. Women who do not live in poverty are treated with dignity and respect, and are strengthening their families and shaping their communities. And it's just a beautiful mission statement.
Absolutely.
The combined impact of the entire Dress for Success network has been to help more than 1 million women work towards self-sufficiency, and that is an incredible number of lives that have been turned around thanks to you and your worldwide colleagues. Tell us how the program works on the ground.
Yes. So the way the program works is that we partner locally with different agencies around our community. Those agencies range from domestic violence shelters, homeless shelters, welfare to work programs, just agencies that are working with unemployed or underemployed women. And then they make the referral to Dress for Success. The client comes in, and they are paired up with a beautiful, what we call them here locally, because they call themselves different names all over the country, but we call them personal shoppers. They're paired up with a personal shopper, and that woman is, it's really an experience with a woman, another personal shopper, and she is just pampered, and we bring her the clothes, and we talk to her. Well, are you here because you're preparing for a job interview, or did you land the job? And so they, depending on where they're at, if she's here for the interview, she will receive one complete interview power suit. She'll receive the accessories, the shoes, the handbag, the Spanx, everything that she needs to get prepared to secure that job. Now, if she has been successful and has already secured that job, we tell her, go back to your referral agency and get another referral, and we'll give you a week's worth of clothing. And really, Stu, not to brag, but of course, it's in our name. Dress for Success does the suiting program, and we're best known for the suiting program. And we do it the best. But we are so much more, Stu, than giving women clothing.
Well, I was going to say that despite the name of the organization,
Yes.
you offer way more than just clothing for women. What else do you do for women that are accepted into your program?
Yes, great question. And we love to tout. The clothing piece is just icing on the cake. We are so much more than an outfit. We are about providing the impactful programs from job readiness. And here is the ticker. This is what sets us apart from all the other organizations out there, because a lot of us do job readiness. But what sets Dress for Success apart is we are about retention. We do a phenomenal job about, you and I know that it's one thing to get the job, but it's another to keep it. And Dress for Success has a signature program called the Professional Women's Group. And the Professional Women's Group is for those clients that have successfully landed employment. They receive an invitation to join this group, which is a network of support of other women that have gone through our program and have secured employment. We follow a very strict curriculum topics, and those 5 core topics that we talk about throughout the year is work-life balance, written rules of the workplace, health and wellness, financial literacy, and the new one is civic and community leadership. And I can't tell you the difference between the clients that just come in for SUDI and the clients that are active members in our professional women's group. There is a huge, vast difference. These women are thriving. They are really breaking the cycles of poverty, and they're buying homes. They are getting job promotions. Their hourly wage compared to the clients that just come in for suiting, they're $13 an hour. Our professional women group members, they are $22 and counting.
That's an enormous way of turning somebody's life around.
It's enormous, and what's so wonderful to see, what we love and we take great pride is when we get to see the impact that woman is making in her life, but it's reflective on her kids. Mm-hmm. And it's twofold. And we know that 90% of women that are single moms, they reinvest that money right back into their community. And so we know that if we teach a woman how to be successful, that those behaviors are going to be translated to her family. And so we know that we're providing and helping that woman secure employment. We're not only helping her with that, but we're helping her stay employed and really develop in her career. And maybe it's not the career that she wants, but we're gonna help her get the career that she truly can do, and that she really wants to succeed.
Well, self-esteem goes a long way toward somebody's success in life.
Absolutely.
For
Confidence is everything.
Confidence is everything, and that's really what you're doing in large part, is you're building the person's self-esteem and their confidence in themselves, and some of these training programs that you're talking about, of course, giving them the tools for their toolbox. That's really, really important. I want to remind our listeners that support for Radio Phoenix comes in part from Gifts Anon. Since 1977, Gifts Anon has provided books, gifts, self-help programs, and support for Valley residents recovering from addiction. 2 locations are available. One is at 7th Street, just south of Bethany Home in Phoenix, and the other at Scottsdale Road and Shea in Scottsdale. For more information, you can call 602-277-5256, or you can search for Gifts Anon Inc. on Facebook. And we thank Gifts Anon for their support of Radio Phoenix and community radio. So, Lisa, what do women need to do to engage the services of Dress for Success? How do women enter your system? How do they get help? What kinds of community agencies are referral sources for you? Mm-hmm. And what do women need to do to enter your system and obtain assistance?
Okay, so as I mentioned, or maybe I didn't mention this, Stu, but we have over 140 agencies that we work with. They range from, like I said, domestic violence, homeless shelters, welfare to work programs. And so if a woman is not connected already with a referral agency and she calls and says, hey, I'm unemployed, I need some assistance, we're going to get her paired up with the referral agency. We try to make it as easy and seamless as possible, and we get her in for her first appointment. It's pretty easy.
Pretty easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably much harder for them to make that first contact.
Make that first contact, absolutely.
We're going to take a short break and then more of my conversation with Lisa Doromal of Dress for Success. You're listening to The Phoenix File. I'm Stu Turgel, and this is Radio Phoenix. Welcome back to The Phoenix File. I'm your host, Stu Turgel, and in the studio tonight is Lisa Doromal, and now more of my conversation about Dress for Success. Well, Lisa, before we took the break, we were talking about how women get into your program, how they get referred to you. Once a woman has obtained employment, are there any additional assistance programs that you offer to ensure that they're employment is maintained. You talked a little bit before about retention,
Yeah.
and that's really important.
Yes, so of course, as I mentioned, really that's what sets Dress for Success apart from a lot of organization is that we really focus on job retention, and that program is called a professional women's group. So
Yeah.
when women secure employment, they receive an invitation to join this group, and we hold 2 meetings a month. And
How long are they involved in that group?
Here is a phenomenal fact. It's a lifelong support.
Oh, wow.
And so if a woman moves from Phoenix to Dallas, she can enroll at the Dallas affiliate to this program and stay connected.
So it isn't just a short involvement. They can remain a part of this.
They can remain a
indefinitely?
part indefinitely. And let's say they were part of our professional women's group, because we've had women and they haven't attended meetings in a couple of years, and they can come to our director of women's services, Miss Mary Crawford, and say, and she comes back and she says, Miss Mary, I lost my job. Can you please help? Absolutely. Come over here, bring your resume, and we're going to get you back on your feet, ready to go, and help you stay employed. Yes.
Do you have a sense for how many women you've been able to help with career-appropriate clothing?
Yes. Are you ready for this? So
I'm fastening my seatbelt.
Okay. We just celebrated our 7,000th client.
7,000 women.
7,000 women here locally. And I'm told by my staff by the end of the year that we probably will hit 8,000.
So it sounds like things are trending up.
Yes,
in terms of your volume.
Yes, the volume. Great things are happening here for us locally. We're really engaged in so many community partnerships, and what really I think has made a huge impact is one of our programs is a mobile career center. So not only do we have our boutique in South Phoenix, which is upscale and gorgeous and beautiful and just so girly girl, but in 2015 we created a mobile career center because we were experiencing a high turnover. So women were not making their appointments. So we all know if you don't have a car here in the Valley, it's very difficult. It's one of the top 2 barriers for women to
transportation.
Transportation.
It's not an easy community to get around, and we know we have people that live in one corner of the community of the Valley and work many miles away. So it's tough.
We created the Mobile Career Center. So now we have a beautiful trailer that we take around to community events. Job fairs, and last year we provided services to over 400 women, and we're on track to probably double that this year. Right. It's been such a blessing.
Things have been going well. Are you able to? Have you been able to place a value on the amount of clothing that has been given to women that you've worked with over the years?
Probably close to 700,000. Isn't that amazing?
So where's the clothing come from? People donate the clothing?
Yes. So
is it gently used
these
items?
are either new or gently used clothing. So it's women like me and women all over the Valley that provide this clothing. We do have a huge need for plus size clothing. So about 40% of our clients are that 14 on up.
Size 14.
Yes,
Yeah.
and up to 20, 22, even 28, 26. And so our local affiliate has to spend a lot of money to purchase plus size clothing because we just don't get enough of it.
So people bring the clothing to your location. Tell us where you're located.
So we are located at 1024 East Buckeye Road, Suite 165. So we are on 10th Street and Buckeye Road.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if any of my listeners have some gently used business attire
Yes.
that is you have no longer any room in your closet for it,
Come on down, ladies.
This is the place, ladies, to deliver that clothing, and please bring it down. Give us the address one more time.
Yes, it's 1024 East Buckeye Road, Suite 165, and that's in Phoenix, Arizona. And I know that everybody frequents Sky Harbor Airport. We are literally 7 to 10 minutes away from Sky Harbor on Buckeye Road.
Okay.
And it would give us a nice opportunity to give you a tour of our beautiful boutique and show you what we do.
Terrific. You have a long list of agencies that you work with.
Yes.
Tremendously long list. I saw the list.
A lot of great collaborations.
Some are public and some are private, not for profit.
Mm-hmm.
So the relationship that you have with these agencies sounds like it's really important. That relationship is what it's all about, because the referrals come to you through those agencies.
Absolutely.
People don't come knocking on your door asking
No.
for help. Well, they may, but they really need
They
to
are
come
referred.
to you through a referral agency. So how do you partner with those agencies? What is that relationship like?
It's basically just going out into the community, attending community events, and getting the word out that we have these services available to our mutual clients. It's a very simple 1-2 page application process. Don't get scared to fill it out, because it's really seamless and it's easy to become a partner. If you're working with women who are either unemployed or underemployed that are looking for work and you're a nonprofit agency, please, we would love to partner
So you're
with
looking
you.
for more agencies. You're
Absolutely.
always open to having more agencies
We're always
work with
open to more agencies that we can partner with. We can't do what we do without the partnering agencies.
So for an organization that may be listening tonight and they say, gee, we could work with Dress for Success.
Absolutely.
Phoenix, what do they do?
They can just contact us either by phone, 602-489-7397, and contact Pat Torres. She's our boutique manager. We do tours once a month or whenever it's convenient for you. And we give you a detailed tour of the services that we can provide to our mutual clients. It's very easy, Stu, very seamless. We try to make it easy. It's a win-win for everybody. At the end of the day, we want to help employ women.
Good. You have a website. I've seen it. It's a wonderful website.
Thank
so
you.
Tell our listeners what your web address is.
Phoenix.dressforsuccess.org.
Couldn't be simpler. Say it again.
Phoenix.dressforsuccess.org.
Okay. So you depend, I imagine, on volunteers a lot.
Oh my goodness, yes.
For a variety of different functions. So tell us what kind of volunteers you can use, and where and when can people volunteer, and what kind of tasks might volunteers be expected to do? How do they sign up?
Okay, so again, very easily, we have different volunteer opportunities. So I'll walk everybody through them, because we cannot I cannot stress, we cannot do what we do without lovely, beautiful, tireless, compassion volunteers to help make this machine work. And they are personal shoppers. So you are in the boutique or you are on the mobile unit, suiting clients, giving them, putting that blazer on and transforming a life, providing that hope and telling women they look beautiful, they're ready for that job. We are always looking for career counselors. So they can look at resumes, provide feedback.
So you provide some assistance with resume writing?
Absolutely. We're always in desperate need for career counselors.
Career counselors.
Monday through Thursday, the days that we're open, and
it all happens at that one location.
It happens on that one location, yes, or on the Mobile Career Center. So career counselors, when we receive donations, Stu, we have to go through those donations. And we need sorters. We do have those volunteers that say, don't you dare put me to suit clients, because I have no fashion sense. I want to be a career.
They're not fashionistas.
They're not
like
fashionistas. We want to put people where they're passionate about. And so if you are passionate about career coaching, you can get hooked up that way.
How is Dress for Success funded? I mean, certainly you have a budget, and how
Absolutely.
do you? I know you don't charge for your services.
We do not charge any client that walks through our door.
So
All of
where
our
does the
service.
support come from? And if people want to help you keep the lights on,
Yes.
what can they do? How can,
Yes. So we have a very diverse funding stream. So we do fundraisers throughout the year, individual donors that love us, fund us, grants. We apply for grants. Let me see, why am I going blank? No, sometimes we will, some of our larger agencies that have fee for service, we'll do it that way, but it's mainly the fundraising. Stu, we have clothing sales for the stuff that we cannot use in our boutique. 3 times a year, we will have a clothing sale, and all the proceeds that we raise from those clothing sales go right back into our program.
I know Dress for Success works just with women.
Yes.
Is there a similar organization around that works with men?
Yeah, I'm glad that you asked that. So we do a lot of collaboration with St. Joseph the Worker, and their primary target is men. Primarily homeless men, but they work a lot with men, and they also too have a mobile unit. And so when we get asked that question, we refer them to St. Joseph the Worker, another beautiful, wonderful organization that really helps people secure jobs. They're all about helping individuals secure
Great.
employment.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Because the men need some help too.
The men need help, absolutely.
Right. We are really, unfortunately, running out of time.
It went by so fast.
It goes by fast. It does. I want to thank you so much, Lisa, for the chance to learn about the great work of Dress for Success and everything that you do, both the staff at Dress for Success along with all the volunteers and the donors. All of it is about helping empower women and help them get ready for work and success. And so thanks for being here tonight on the Phoenix File.
Thank you, Stu, for having me. It's a great opportunity.
Well, that's our show for this week. Thanks again to Lisa Doromal for being here tonight, and thanks to my producer, Judy Frieder. Please join me next Tuesday at 6:30 when my guests will be Dee Mitten and Michelle McIntyre of Waste Not. Until then, thanks for listening to the Phoenix File. For Radio Phoenix, this is Stu Turgel.